What's good, everybody? I'm Raheem Escalai, and this is 413 Sports Talk. I have the latest in a great line of athletes coming from our beloved Central High School. We have a Lady Golden Eagle in the house. She's a point guard whose game has drastically improved all year. She's a field general who sees it before it happens, making the adjustment and finishing with a jaw-dropping pass or deep bucket in transition to silence the opposition. She also has more handles than the law allows, so strap your seekers up, get them ankles ready because they will get busted. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with the highest honor that I welcome Jordis Tautalatasi. To 413 Sports Talk. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt. Let's start. You're incredible on the court, honestly. I've seen you make difficult shots in transition. I've seen you make Steve Nash-like passes. But I need to know, when did you fall in love with basketball?
My love.
Phone, I think. Appreciate it.
It happened at a young age. When I was little, I picked up a ball. It was the first thing I did. So it was like, I don't know, around like 6th, right?
Around like 6th grade?
Yeah, no, like 6 years old.
Nice. And when you finally discovered that you liked basketball, like were you playing like a specific position, or has
point guard has always been point guard. Like when I first started playing, it wasn't like a real league.
Right.
It was like we couldn't run it up and down the court. So, yeah, I always started like PG or any of that, yeah. Nice. So you've always been a point guard pretty much. Yeah, my whole life, yeah.
Awesome. That's good to know. Aside from game day itself, what are some specific routines that you follow throughout the week to ensure that you're at your highest when it's game day?
So first, I get my meals ready, what I'm going to eat, planned before. So when I do come out, everything in my body, when I run it and it's gassed, it's good, it's not bad. So
okay.
I either eat chicken or fish before my games, have a salad, and drink lots and lots of water so I can keep myself energized for the game and ready to go and not gassed. It's a good thing.
Right.
Eating before is very important.
Awesome. I noticed you're talking about the chicken and
yeah.
Fish and stuff like that. That's a good answer. It's not what I hear often, but I believe that's something that's good. It benefits your body. The proteins, with the all the muscles that you're gonna break and stuff like that. That is awesome. Jordis, you do a lot of the little things right on the court that I've noticed just evaluating all your film and everything that I could watch. But I wonder, was there any specific camp or any type of individual training that you benefited from early on?
Yeah, I had a coach, my first coach ever. His name was Jason, my uncle actually.
Okay.
He was a very defensive coach, so he taught me everything defensively, like to get gritty, to get like aggressive, all that. Like that all came from him.
Okay.
So learning that at a young age, I grew up defensive, like doing all the hard work. That it just came to me quick because of him. So he kind of helped me be that type of coach. And there's not a lot of defensive coaches like him. So.
Right, and that clearly shows on film, and it's not. And as you know, there's a difference between highlight tape and game tape. And honestly, yours doesn't really differ at all. Like it's like you're like that all the time, and that's one of my favorite things. I would say about you is your motor. Like you're just as quick as you're going to take a shot or make a pass. You're just as quick on that. It's defense, boom, boom, and that's one thing I really love about the way that you play. What do you think has been the most important thing that any coach has taught you thus far as your basketball story has just started?
That scoring, like mad points, is not as important like in the game. Like there's plenty of ways to like support your team than scoring. So like if you're not scoring a lot, like that's not a bad thing. You can help your team other ways. I kind of like, I don't score that much, but I do help my team score, and and help them in many other ways. So it's like that's important to me. So I feel like a lot of people want to score a lot, but it's not all about that.
Right. It's not all about jacking up 30 a game if you're not good on defense, or if you don't, if you're not passing the rock, stuff like that.
Right. I mean, both ways is good, but like I just really like helping in different ways.
Right.
Because I can score and do all that, but I can still play defense, rebound, basically do anything.
Right. You're an all-around player who fills up what they call the silent part of the stat sheet. They're not the big drastic 30 points, but yet she dished out 6 assists, she got 7 rebounds, stuff like that, and then also making the heads up plays, which is something I've seen that you do good as well. It's it's almost as if you know what's gonna happen before. Like you've seen it plenty of times in many different ways, shapes and forms. In your opinion, Jordis, what makes a good point guard, and which of those traits do you embody?
What makes a good point guard is you have to be a leader. You have to make sure your team is good mentally and physically. Know like where everybody's supposed to be. Guide everybody. Always keep their heads up. You got to be the eyes of the court, eyes of everybody, and you need to help them more. Get them their points, get them what they need.
Yeah.
And be their leader on the team. So I feel like for me, I complete all those. I help my team. I'm their leader. I make sure everybody's good mentally. No one's arguing. Everything's positive.
Right.
That's what you need. You can't have a negative team. None of that. Everything's got to be positive, and everybody's got to be there good mentally and emotionally. So.
Awesome. Yeah, that's. I think that's key. I'm glad you brought that up. Mental focus and sharpness is really the important thing. I like that. Can you reflect on a time during a game where you guys, let's say, not specifically your high school team now, but let's say if you've ever been on a team, has there ever been a time where, let's say you guys were losing by a lot, or there was some sort of adversity that you guys faced? I want to know how did you perform in that situation, and how did you turn everything around?
So we did have a game in New York. We were playing against St. Mary's, I think, that was the team, and we were down almost every quarter until the last, and they had a big lead on us. And I feel like that game, everybody was just doing their job, and we was all supporting each other, and I feel like that's what helped us get that win at the last minute too. And we just kept pushing no matter how down we were, how far behind. We just kept going, kept playing, kept doing our positions, kept doing our spots,
right. And
we ended up pulling through. So I feel like it's have to be a team thing to get a lead like that to win back.
Awesome. So you are the unsung leader of this group, especially when you're out there on the court. And I like that you kind of get that, and you have that down pat the second you get on. That's awesome. It's awesome. All right. So being the point guard means that you knowing what you need to do, but also, like you had referenced before, what everybody else needs to do. Can you elaborate on the importance of, let's say, film study and how you use that to improve who you were as a player?
So for me, when I watch film, I had to, you need to be focused and not only look at yourself, but look up your teams, who you're playing, get to know their style, how you can stop them, many ways what they're playing, and that kind of helped us also get ready for our teams. Reduce our mistakes that we make, and just help us even more when watching that film. So I feel like we gotta do that.
Nice. All right. You are definitely, I'll keep saying it again, she's one of my favorite black basketball players in all of Western Mass. Everybody. Who was somebody, it could be in the professional or maybe in your league, your age group now, who's somebody who's inspired you to play the game?
Kobe Bryant. He was my favorite.
Kobe, y'all heard that.
He was my favorite basketball player growing up.
Me too.
When I was younger, just everything was Kobe. I watched him. He inspired me. Just the Mamba mentality. That's what got me. That's what I like.
Okay, that Mamba mentality. See, I knew there was a reason why I liked her. Kobe's the best. I mean, I got into a little argument today with LeBron James. With Shaq said. Shaq said, he's past the all-time leading scorer. Is he not the best? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to give it up to LeBron yet, but Kobe's my GOAT. I don't know who you're. I don't know. You know what I mean? What anybody else got to say? But. Jordis, if you could give young girls who are just coming into the sport a solid piece of advice, what do you think that would be?
Just got to be confident on the court, and no matter what people are telling you in your ear, like, oh, you're a girl, you can't do that. Nah, you can do that. You gotta keep pushing. Don't care what they say, and keep that confidence up. That's
Yes, you can do it. Never lose confidence in yourself. I like that. You're a class act. You that's what's up. Life is busy. It can be hectic. We have family, friends, school, basketball, everything going on at the same time. I just want to know, how do you balance everything?
How I do everything like fun on the weekends. During the weekdays, it's either school, I have after school, and if not, if I have free time, I'm either doing homework. So everything is always on the weekends. So school is weekdays, weekends is like fun.
Oh, all right. So it's not so in order that you have everything down in one. Yeah. Everything's scheduled, everything's set. That's what's up. I also would like to know, are there any other sports you play besides for basketball? No? You ever pick up a football?
Yeah.
Yeah? I would imagine that you are a damn good quarterback.
Probably.
Well, just everything that you embody well, everything that you do well as a point guard, just made me think, like, you got to be a good quarterback. Maybe one day, I'll bring my football. We'll throw a couple passes.
I mean, I went down. I'm not bad. I'm as good at every other sport I tried. So.
Okay. I love the confidence. With your teams, they win in the tournament. You're being a state champion already. The ceiling is pretty high. But for me, I would like to know, what goals do you have for yourself as a player going forward?
So going forward, you got to remain humble. Keep the grind up. Can't stop. No breaks. Just got to keep going, and I want to be the better version I am. For every year, every season, just keep trying to be the better person, better, and just keep getting better. See where that gets me, and if it leads me to college and all that, I'm ready for it.
Right, most definitely. I like that. Always staying humble. And finally, my last question. I always ask athletes, what is something that you love, that you're passionate about, other than basketball?
I don't even know. That's a good question. Yeah, that's a good one. I don't even know. Basketball's just been mine, number one.
Ball is life. Ball is life. That pretty much answers that one right there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my friend Jordis for coming on the show, for giving me the privilege to sit down and speak with her. She is a Division I states champion. This is the point guard for the Lady Golden Eagles, and I love everything that I've seen from you on the court. It seems like off the court too. You're a great person, and I want to say keep up what you're doing. Don't stop it. You got a great support system. Your father's a great man, you know what I mean? And I love to see the fact that he's heavily involved. And don't stop it. Keep everything the way you're going. And we'll be hopefully calling you one day whenever the WNBA draft is, and hopefully you'll be saying, "Yo, Ra, I made it," you know what I mean? And that will be dope.
That's the goal.
Most definitely. Remember, Jordis, point guard for the Lady Golden Eagles. You can catch her back when the season dips its head back around in the fall. But remember this space. Remember this space. She's a baller. For real. For real. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Most definitely.
All right. Peace.
Yes.